Aloha, everyone. My name is Cap Sev, and welcome to Open Source Stories, Season 1, Episode 5. Fun fact, 5 is my favorite number. So I'm very excited for this. We've made it to number 5. And today we have a really awesome tool to show you and a really awesome guest. So as you're filtering in, let us know where you're joining from. I am in Denver, and it is a cold day today, and I like it. It's very much welcomed. But yeah, let us know where you're joining in from, and let's bring our special guest, Saurabh, on stage. Saurabh, welcome.
Hey, Cap. Thank you. Thanks for the invite. And I'm Saurabh Rai. I'm the creator of Resume Matcher, the AI resume optimizer and AI resume builder tool up there on GitHub. And I would like to thank you, Cap, the Versal community, and all the awesome people out there who are building cool open source stuff. And a big thanks to all of you for giving me the opportunity to speak and share my story.
Of course, yeah, we're honored to have you on stage. So where are you joining us from?
Yeah, I'm joining in from New Delhi, and it's a rainy day in here today. Cool and amazing.
Nice. Well, it seems like we have the same weather because it's also cool and rainy here.
It's the
So
day
what
5.
time? What was that?
I think it's the episode 5, so it matches on both the
Yeah,
ends.
amazing. And what time is it for you? What time?
It's 9:32 p.m. right now.
Okay. So the craziest time we had was someone was joining from Australia and it was 2 a.m. But this one also, this is like second place for latest um, for joining an open source story. So I really appreciate it. This is really awesome. And we're joining from around the world to listen to you and the story of Resume Matcher. So we're really excited to kick this off. So you built Resume Matcher. I actually don't know how long ago this started. When did you start building it?
Okay, so it's a pretty old tool in terms of like technology because we that changes every 4 months or probably every 6 months. So I started back in 2019 when I was in college and I was applying for internships and I was using a Word resume like Microsoft Word, and it was a huge mess when I applied to like other companies. After like a quick researching online, I got to know about like there's this thing called as ATS. It looks for your keywords, scans your resume. So there's this whole bunch of rabbit hole that you need to go down into, be ATS compatible, and that was a new like a different tangent. Like I don't, I want to work on the skills, and there's the interviewing. I need to make projects, and then again I have to like work on ATS friendliness of resumes. Like what the heck? So between this and that, I thought that hey, there could be a tool out there that I can use to make my own resume ATS friendly. So that brought me to this world of like language models and natural language processing. From there onward, it was so on and so forth. I think during COVID, I had the full time an opportunity to work on this tool, and I researched and I made the first version which used machine learning and NLP, and it used it till quite recently, till 2024. We were using the same old stack. It was fast enough, and it's been there out there. So yeah, that's the
Got it.
story. It has helped like a lot of people, and right now the focus is to make it more agentic. And since like the code is was in like Python 3.8 and 3.9, just like you very old when you like compare. So the renovation, as I would say, is going on.
I see. I see. So it's been around for like 6-ish years, and um, it's like a people put in their resume, and it just kind of like it polishes it, it optimizes it, it makes it kind of a little bit more friendly. Do they get to compare it to the job that they're applying to? Like, oh, I'm applying to this job. Can you optimize my resume for this particular job? Or is it kind of like a more generic optimization?
So the earlier one used to do a more generic optimization, like it will do the string matching and semantic similarities between the resume and the job description just how like reverse engineering the ATS systems out there. I can't name a few, but I got quiet about the names. So there's pretty popular ones. It starts with
I,
house. There's one with the day in the name of it. Those who know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I see.
yeah, it
So
was basic. It was basic, but during this time we had made it like a fully agentic one. So it will take the resume, it will optimize for the job description. Right now, the focus is to make it hallucinate less and less and grounded with the actual like story that you have.
I see.
That's where the tagline comes in. Create a resume that tells your story, not
Got it.
some AI template.
So have you found, I don't know if you look at this data, but what's like the number one thing that it optimizes? Is it like, oh, you need more keywords or you need less words or a different format? What's like the most common one that you've seen it optimize?
So it the most common one I would be like it completely changes like how certain things have been written for your
Mm,
resume. For example, like I worked on a technology X would be more like in what you can say LinkedIn like terms like worked on X to improve efficiency by Y that resulted in X, Y, and Z, that format.
yeah,
So I've kept it. It all depends on the prompt, the system prompt that we're passing out. But yeah, that's the expected thing. So we play along with the rules as well.
I see. And why did you decide to open source it?
I mean, I have been a big advocate for open source. I mean, I got to learn a lot about open source, and there was this. I mean, it started with Spacey. I mean, probably back in 2017, 18 there was Spacey by the awesome team they have this awesome office in Germany. They had like insane good documentation and it was all open source. Had Spacey not been there, there would be no resume matcher and I would be a completely different person. So that being open source helped me create this, and they started like this language models. There was TensorFlow, PyTorch, and Hugging Face also had like some new awesome language models. I'm not talking about large language models. Language models were like designed to specifically do named entity recognition and all those interesting back in those days kind of stuff.
I see.
So yeah.
And that's like the coolest thing about open source is I feel like it's just like this big continuous circle of like an open source project helped me, so I want to give back, and like all this stuff just keeps like going and going. And that's just like one of my favorite parts about open source community is everyone's just like helping each other out. So it's really cool. What have you found to be like the hardest part about being an open source project?
Okay, straight to the hardest part now. The hardest part is going to be, of course, like for me, it was since I'm the only core maintainer of the project, so I have to be full on support and help people out. And in some days, I don't like feel like it. And certain things, I would assume that if you would have read the README, it could have solved. Or maybe if you had done your own searching, it could have solved it. But yeah, that's the hardest part is the support one and like handling specific queries that can it do X and how can I expect that? Soon can I expect that feature, even if it's
Yeah.
not on our roadmap. So I don't think that that's hard in the sense that calculus 103 hard, but kind of a different hard, more work.
Yeah. But then like on the other coin, what's the best part about being open source? It might kind of be the same thing.
Yes, yes. I will tell you a story about the best the best thing about open source. And also, I will share with you a story about like the amazing thing is that resume matcher. Can you take us to the, and let me share my screen and I'll show you
Yeah.
the homepage. Of course. So you can see the stats on there. GitHub stars, the number of GitHub clones that I've tracked so far, the contributors, and like completely open source. You won't imagine that there's a country out there you never heard of. Someone reaches out to you on your email and say that, hey, your tool has helped me, and I want to like thank you for that. So that's the most amazing part that happened to me, and that's like be able to help out these many people, to reach out to them. And then a lot of other people have started their own resume matching or AI resume builders after seeing this, and they have a hosted version. Yeah, it's all amazing. Get inspired, inspire a lot of them. So yeah, even if you can let me switch to the GitHub repository.
Oh, I think you just have it in the tab up there. You can.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yep. Uh, can I switch to the GitHub repository on the GitHub tab? Is it opening?
Yeah, just change to the next tab yourself.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, awesome,
Yeah, there you go.
awesome. So there you go. I mean, it's completely like states the same stats over and over, but I mean, I've been able to like get contributors from 53 contributors, and they span over like 20 different countries. And we've been actively working on them. And the community love that I've seen a lot of contributions out there. There's a lot of pull requests that I have to manage out. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share.
How many countries did you
Good
say
parts.
the
I think
contributors
20,
were? That's
20
amazing.
different countries. Thank you.
I
Thank
mean, I
you.
always say the world runs on OSS. That's like so true, and it's so true here. Like, not only are people using this around the world, but the contributors for this project are around the world. And that's just like,
Of course.
that's community, you know?
Hmm. And it also like starts with the idea, like build something that people want. People want recipes. So
Yeah. Can we
it's
actually go back
the,
to your GitHub? I wanted to point something out to everyone. So if you can scroll down just a little bit,
yep.
right? One more scroll. Scroll, yeah, right there. So so if you're in the open source program, if you're in Vercel's open source program, you get a GitHub badge. And shout out to Logan, one of our design engineers at Vercel. You see the Vercel Inc. 2025 open source software program that was designed by Logan. I just really thought that was like a really cool badge. And all the people who are in the program get this badge. So it's been really cool to kind of like see that around GitHub repos. But yeah, this is where it is for Resume Matcher. It looks great.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Logan, for designing this.
Yeah, thanks, Logan. Okay, so now you probably get a lot of like contributions, a lot of like PR requests that come in. What's like been the weirdest one that's come in that you're like, I don't know? And did you
Oh,
add it or did you not add it?
yeah. I'll share with you two different stories. And
Okay.
the first one is there was this person who automated the full resume matcher process that all you need to do was just paste the LinkedIn link. It's going to scrape that job, do the match against it, and then prepare with your resume. Amazing feature, but here's the catch. LinkedIn does not likes automation on the platform. So the user will get banned for this, and they can get their
Oh,
LinkedIn account restricted. The other one was something more of a security concern, is that we had like two accounts who created a pull request. It was pretty obvious when it was fixing a bug, but behind the scene they had committed like 24,000 lines of code, and I don't know what they were trying to do. Those were definitely look like bot accounts, and it was doing this for like 2 weeks straight, adding comments. And then I had like Code Rabbit enabled over there, so Code Rabbit was like commenting out there. These bots were like over there and fighting with the Code Rabbit bot, as well as like adding lines and lines of code. That was the weird out part. And the security risk for that was that they had hosted Resume Matcher somewhere on a website. When you wanted to use it, you had to authenticate with your Google account, and that authentication asked you for your email access, not as in like verify your email, your name and your email, but it will like gain access to your emails, as in the same request that you give to Notion Calendar if you have used it.
oh,
So it can read, and that's a security risk. So I flagged it out with the GitHub team, and they were like pretty quick to work on that. Within like pretty sure 3 hours or so, accounts in the PR were gone. Oof.
Wow. Dang. You don't think about like the security part of it and like the access that people are getting to certain things. And like when you brought up the LinkedIn one, it's like, yeah, it's true. Like LinkedIn would ban you if you were doing like certain things. And so it's cool that you take care of all that for the people who are using it. And then we can come in and like use a tool that's safe and secure. So it's like really awesome of this tool. I
Yeah.
didn't know I didn't know that you could get your LinkedIn account banned if you were automating stuff like that.
Oh, I don't. I know this. I know this really
Yeah.
well, and I'll share with you a story. So, since I'm creator of this amazing like Resume Matcher has grown into a big full blown tool. I get a lot of traffic, 30,000 visitors on the per 2 weeks on the GitHub stats that you get on those days when I'm not trending. When I'm trending, it's a different story altogether. So this I also get like a lot of people who reach out to me from different countries. They're building an HR tech, they're building a job hunting platform or headhunting platform, different aims, and I get like talk to them, share them with the ideas, and like freely share advice with them that hey, you're building up. This is what the mistakes that I've made. You can make it that. And since I've been a DevRel, so I know a little bit of marketing. I don't call myself a marketing guru, but a little bit of a ninja. So I share with them those stuff out there, and that's how I've built a lot of good relationships. Amazing one was back in October of 2024, late October, early November. I don't know the specific date. This one guy from Italy reached out to me, and he was like the CTO of this company called Laboro.co, and he wanted me to be the head of AI and lead the resume matching efforts. And
Wow.
you know what? I didn't even think twice. I was like, hey, yeah, fuck it, let's do that, and let's build a platform. You want to automate it? I know that I've been trying to automate it, but making it free and open source can get a little bit in trouble. Let's see how it goes. Probably in October, November, December, like 6 months in, first week of April, we launch the platform. It's a full blown company now, and I was the head of AI. I like led the AI and agentic efforts. It did what you can say like it took resume matcher and it like multiplied by 10 times. So you don't need to like even create your resume. Just mention like 4 keywords. I want to apply for a DevRel at Vercel. You're going to get a list of all those jobs. One click, it's going to take import your LinkedIn profile, make a resume, will make a cover letter, it'll apply for you on your behalf, and it's all automated. So it doesn't happen in a one go. You'll probably need to wait, but you can like fill out the applications quite together, and we space them out to avoid detection as well. That was the tool. And since then, like since I've been too much into resume, so I wanted a break. So I joined in a different company after that, which is API Deck. It's API integration, still in tech, different role. I'm quite enjoying it. So yeah, that was it. It's called Laboro.co. I'm not advertising using that, but hey, that's one thing. You can do anything. Literally, you can just do things if you put your mind to it.
Yeah. How many hours do you say you work on Resume Matcher in a week? Is it like still like
Varies.
super busy?
It varies. It varies right now. Right now, I've been like spending less time on it, probably even like an hour a week. But back, it can vary like 20 hours a week, 40 hours a week to just one, or sometimes it's just, I don't have the energy. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's the downside of being that single maintainer.
Yeah. And you've had a lot of growth over the past 6 years. You're at
Mhm.
23.4K GitHub stars. Was the growth very gradual, or was it just like, were there like spikes and all of a sudden you're like, why am I trending right now? How was that? How was that?
Growth, all the good growth comes from gradual growth. Explosive growth is more like one-off done where you get one short traffic, like a burst, and then it'll be back to the normal 2 or 3 visitors. So for resume matches, the growth has been gradual. Never
Got
happened
it.
in a single day. So yeah.
That's pretty good. I mean, usually you see like viral things happening, you're like, "Oh, that's great," and then it can die pretty quickly. But that, yeah, like you're saying, like that gradual growth, like you've created a bunch of forever fans that are using your tool and have found success in it. So it's like really awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, those plants out there in your background, they took years to grow that big. So yeah.
It's true. And then I wanted to ask, um, so you're building it over the past couple of years, and it's just been like really, really great. What's been Have you used it yourself? Have you optimized your resume to get a job?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how it started. I mean, I got my first job by using Resume Matcher. Got my second
Okay.
job using Resume Matcher. The third one was I told you the story for the third one, and the fourth one
Mhm.
was the person fourth one also I got it using Resume Matcher. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
And have you found that like a lot of people are finding success with it? Like they put in their resume and it did good by them. Like they finally got the job after using your tool.
S- So that's the strange part right now. That
Okay.
there's always has been this huge gap between the number of application and the technology in terms of the applicant side. You have AI resume builders, resume matchers, the company which I was part of, Libero, where we auto applied to 1,000 jobs. That does not exist on the HR's end. So they get flooded with millions of job applicants per job description. That has resulted in a huge slowdown of like the number of applicants they can process in a day. That has resulted like job hunting going from a month to probably 6 months or maybe more. And I think so, like if there's something next I should be doing is to fix technology on the other end. So the companies where their name starts from day or house, they can like use more of AI to process those applicants faster. A
Yeah,
rejection is better than getting ghosted. That's for
it's true.
sure.
That's true. Do you give any tips like past the resume? Like, all right, you have your resume, it's optimized, it's looking good, but here's also how to get noticed in the job hunt.
Of course, there's how to get noticed, be active on social media platform, like write articles and post about your niche. For example, on LinkedIn, I share about open source, but you can also like if you want a JavaScript job, you can start sharing like about JavaScript projects on both Twitter, LinkedIn, and all the other platforms, and connect to people, reach out to them one is to one, maybe write blogs and increase your visibility because like at the applicant side, the job hunt has evolved just from like sending in a paper to being actually visibly found out on the platforms by the recruiters. Hey, this guy over there looks good. He makes a nice post. Maybe reach out to him for an interview.
Yeah.
So kind of like that.
Does does Resume Matcher do that? Like you've put in your resume, it's optimized. Is there like a follow-up, like here are some other tips to do? Or is that just
Not yet, Cap. But this is a great feature. I should add it.
I'll send in the PR.
Sure, I'll be waiting.
Cool. Okay, so you've been doing this for 6 years. What has been your favorite part about building open source? And it doesn't have to be like for this project. It can just be like in general, like what like awesome relationship has come out of building an open source or really cool thing for your career? Anything you wanted to like add?
Yes, of course. I mean, when you start building out there in public, you probably have to break out this shell, I believe, which most software developers have, and even like I do have as an introvert, that hey, I can like, if I'll share this in public, people will watch my code and it's bad. So will they like comment badly about it? And then you internally, there's a battle in your head that you overcome. You publish your changes, and then that's the your own hero's journey that happens. When you first completely make the project live or open out there. The second one is the best part is that the people you will reach out. So I've met an amazing number of people. I've got to meet you and the whole Versal community and the work that you have done. I've also got to meet about some really awesome folks like Uh, I was also the Google Summer of Code mentor for VB8 Vector Database, and it was fun back in 2022. So that's one thing. The other one was that I'm a Quadrant Star, which is their own ambassador platform, and I haven't written exactly something about Quadrant, but vector databases in general. So that's uh, one more thing. In terms of career, my second company, which was Swirl AI, whereas I was the head of DevRel, they liked my open source project, so that they gave me the opportunity. Sid is an amazing person, Sid Propstein, and he helped me. Like, he took a bet on me, and we worked on that so far. So it has resulted in great things. So it definitely boosts your career. You get to meet a lot of different people, and you get to help them as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
all good.
That's like, because I talk to a lot of open source people, and it's interesting to see what people like the benefits of open source to each individual is. And it all kind of comes back to the same thing, and it is the community aspect of it. And when you have your code out in the open and people are able to learn from it or contribute to it, it just creates this camaraderie that is it's hard to find in like closed source projects, you know. So it's just been really cool to get to know the people of the open source community and what you're building, but also that there's contributors around the world that are contributing to one project or people who are benefiting from this project, and everyone's just kind of like contributing to this community. So it's been really fun to witness. Now, I have one more question for you before we head
Sure.
out, but I asked this to all my open source guests, open source stories guests. What is your favorite dessert?
I really like cakes in general,
Okay.
and it could be any cake. But yeah, that's the whole thing.
Give me a specific cake that you're like, oh man, I love this cake.
Uh, Truffle,
Oh,
that's
okay.
the one word comes
Yeah.
to mind. I've been trying to like lose weight, so I haven't eaten a cake in like months. So yeah,
But if you could, it'd be a
no
truffle
more
cake.
truffle cake. Yeah, and there's this one specific uh, shop out there. It's from an app which I've tried it. They have this amazing mango fruit cake which I really like. So yeah,
I
I'll definitely try that.
I love a good mango fruit cake. That's great. I try and change mine every week. I'm trying to think of what I so my my kids are really into the IKEA ice cream. So the IKEA ice cream is mine this week. It's like a little pink soft serve ice cream. So
Mhm.
that's my favorite this week. We had some, but yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, okay, awesome.
Yeah. So, thank you, Saurabh, so much for hanging out and coming on Open Source Stories. This is episode 5 of our first season, and it's cool to like talk to everyone in these open source stories. And your story specifically has been really awesome to hear, and like how Resume Matcher hasn't just like helped you, but a world of contributors and users. So thank you so much for sharing your story, and
Sure.
thank you so much to viewers and for hanging out with us. It's been really great, and we will be here again not next week. Next week is a holiday for the US, but I will be back in 2 weeks. So thank
Yeah.
you everyone. And
Thank
where can they find you, Surab?
You can find me on my website, srphr.com, which lists everything about me, where I work, where I have worked so far. And you can find all my socials over there. And of course, I'm on LinkedIn and the GitHub. And just want to like say some parting words. So thank you, Cap, and the Versal community for having me there. And if you're like trying to the viewer, if you're wanting to build any open source project, just start and start putting out code in public, and don't overthink, because there's a specific dopamine hit that you get from helping out another humans that you can never get otherwise. So yeah, that's all.
You heard it here, folks. Get that dopamine hit with the open source. I love it.
Yep.
That's great. Thanks, Saurabh. And we will see you all around. Thanks, everyone.
Bye bye.